One day, the members of the Fandom Menace decided to do a special podcast in honor of Pride Month. They decided to dress in pretty pink thongs. As they prepared to start recording, they noticed that a swarm of hornets had entered the room. Suddenly, a swarm of hornets began attacking the group. The quartering was the first to be hit, and he began running in a panic, desperate to escape the stings. As he ran, his pink thong became entangled in his legs, and he tripped, exposing his bald head to the hornets. Geeks plus Gamers was the next to be stung, right on the G-string of his thong. He let out a high-pitched squeal and ran in confusion, knocking over equipment and disrupting the entire podcast. As the rest of the Fandom Menace tried to help their fallen comrades, the hornets continued to swarm all around them. In the chaos, one of the hornets landed right on Midnight's Edge's face, causing him to scream and thrash about. As the hornets finally began to clear, the group was in a complete mess. The quartering limped in pain. Geeks plus Gamers was sprawled on the floor in a pool of tears, and Midnight's Edge was covered in hornets. As it happened, many people recorded this embarrassing moment. The second wave of grifters arrived. As the group of right-wingers entered the studio in their pretty pink thongs, they were met with a terrifying sight. The members of the Fandom Menace were lying on the floor, covered in sweat and tears, their bodies racked with pain from the hornet stings. Nerdrotic was the first to be affected, as a hornet landed directly on his crotch, causing him to cry out in agony. The others quickly rushed to his aid, but as they attempted to help their fallen comrades, the hornets returned to the attack, this time landing on everyone's pretty pink thongs. It's a Gundam let out a loud cry for his mommy, as multiple hornets pulled on his thong, giving him a massive wedgie that left him bleeding from his bottom. Critical Drinker was next, as several hornets crawled into his thong, attacking his crotch and giving him a painful wedgie that left him on the ground, moaning in agony. Heel's babyface's fate was no better, as he let out a massive fart on his pretty pink thong, causing him to lose consciousness and faceplant onto the studio floor. RK Outpost panicked and pulled out his shotgun, quickly firing in an attempt to defend himself and his fellow grifters, but in doing so, he accidentally hit everyone in the studio, including himself.